everybody, welcome back to the dumbest modeling channel on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. I'm your host, Dumbass, I mean Ian. Welcome aboard. We're building, well, we'll be building that 15 scale Bandai RC tank from like 40 years ago. And I wanted to have a period correct radio. So I went on the Fleabay and I purchased a Futaba FP-4FG. This is a 72 megahertz, which I believe might have been for aircraft, possibly. But this box looks like it was weathered by night shift. This thing is pretty gnarly. But these radios, when you go on eBay to buy one, even if they say it works, they're full of it. Because it has an internal NICAD rechargeable battery pack in it that after this many years, we all know it's not gonna work. Not at all. So let's open this thing up. Oh my God, this thing is so old. This is from the 80s, from what I could tell. And it's fairly complete. You sort of like just roll the dice on which one of these you buy off the internet, because none of them are going to turn on when you get them. But very, very old manual. This is insane. You know, there's no dates anywhere on anything I could find, but to the best of my knowledge, this radio is from the 80s. And, oh, baby, look at that. Now, I have already begun the restoration process of this radio, because this is the internal NT8H battery pack that's inside of this behemoth. And it was very dead. It came with the original charger for charging the transmitter and the receiver packs. So, and this still works. I actually charged the new battery with this charger. And if you get a brand new Futaba charger for a RX-TX, it's the same exact specs, except this one's probably much, much better made from back in the day. Made in Japan. And it has this code on here, 86. So this radio could potentially be 1 year younger than my wife. We've got a FP-4FG AM 4-channel radio receiver with a nice long antennae, just as was customary back then. And, well, let's just get to the radio. This thing weighs a ton. It's a very, very heavy radio. Now, I did have to take off the side plates, which was very easy, to get to the internal battery to replace it. And in the process, I just gave this thing a quick wipe down with some isopropyl alcohol, and it looks amazing. And it's got this metal lanyard hook on the front for hanging it off your neck and resting on your belly. And it's so heavy, it's also got a kickstand to hold it up. This thing is a beast. But even back then, they were using the module system, which is pretty cool. And, oh yeah, I forgot. Slide it open. Look at that internal circuitry. These were probably assembled by hand in Japan in the 80s. There's your servo, your channel reversers. It's just astounding. It's a museum piece, and they included some skinny antenna that does thread on, but it's not stock antenna. And most sellers probably don't realize this. The antenna was actually nestled in here, and that is a thick antenna. I mean, thing's almost as wide as a damn pinky, and it's also a very long antenna. Let's see here. Oh. We zoom out. There we go. So the radio is antenna base is at one end of my 3-foot cutting mat, and the other end is about 10 inches over. This thing's basically a 4-foot long antenna, which, I guess that makes sense for airplane use and for avoiding interference or whatever. But yeah, this has a trainer connection, so you can hit the trainer, and I guess someone else can fly with you, kind of like a driving instructor with controls on both sides of the dashboard. But yes, she does in fact. Hey, there we go. Ooh, yeah, you just did that because we're recording, didn't you little bugger? But yeah, if she powers on, I fully charged the replacement battery pack which I got from this amazing place, Batteries America. I'm going to put a link in the description. But yeah, they make a replacement NiCad pack. They also do nickel metal hydride. I stuck with the NiCad. I just got the highest capacity NiCad pack they had. And the pack was about 40 bucks. The radio was about 50 bucks. And the one disappointment was it came with these Apollo servos. I believe later on this company either became or was acquired by High-Tech, which everyone knows. But I was kind of disappointed. I was a little bummed out. So I was on the hunt for, you know, some stock servos, and this says it was supposed to come with, what did it say? FP-4FG servos. And what I ended up finding was a bit of an upgrade and a bit of a shocking surprise. New old stock FP-4FG servos. Like, these are stupid old. These are ridiculously old. And I haven't even pulled one out of the box. The staples are still on there. But yeah, this is pretty cool that some guy was selling these things brand new, old stock, just like that. F says made in Taiwan. And there you go. Looks just like your standard Futaba servo, except it's got this super old school plug format, which is really bizarre. And when I saw that, I also got nervous. I'm like, how am I going to hook up a battery pack to this? So I found this other thing, a new old stock adapter from the modern Futaba J style connector to the old style connector. So I'm gonna hook this all up with a little receiver pack that I have handy, and I will be right back. Okay, well, this is making me nervous for a minute. Who knows how long these have been sitting in storage. I think there was a little corrosion inside of this receiver, or it just needed to warm up, because at first things were not working 100%. We only had 2 channels out of 4, but now we hit that one. There we go. Very good. Yeah, look at that, all 4. We only need 2 for the tank. We're really just going to use, like, you know, forward, back, and left, right, basically. Controls, I think, is all we really need. That tank doesn't really have a lot of features in it. But yeah, there we go. We have our vintage 80s Futaba. God knows the FCC is going to come knocking on my door soon, because I'm transmitting at 72.6 something megahertz at God knows what unregulated power levels. I mean, it passed FCC, and, you know, it was sold in the US, so has an FCC ID, so I guess we're legal. But that is very cool. This receiver's got a little spooge on it here and there. But yeah, we got all those. This is so cool. I mean, it's just a 4-channel stick radio, but the fact that this thing is damn near as old as I am, that's very, very, very cool. So either way, looking forward to the Bandai RC tank build. We already started getting a couple option parts in. Got some metal sprockets and idler wheels from, I believe, Kenny Kong. He also has a set of metal tracks and an upgraded set of brass gearbox gears, which, even though I'm never going to drive the thing, you know me, I'm probably going to have to go. Oh, he has upgraded metal suspension bogies with real leaf spring packs. Yeah, well, whatever. We'll see what happens. Either way, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Pitstain Hobbies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, email me for stickers, or just leave some silly insults down in the comments, or questions. Adios, everybody.